News of coming DLC and a major update means that you shouldn't ditch your copy of Cyberpunk 2077 on PS4 and Xbox One just yet. Like many gamers the world over, I excitedly launched my copy of Cyberpunk 2077 when it was available on my PlayStation 4 on December the 10th last year. I excitedly customized my version of V, the game's playable character, and then jumped into the game as a corpo executive. Being a Johnny Mnemonic and indeed a cyberpunk genre fan, I already knew what I wanted my V to be like, a corpo badass woman who specialized in blades, stealth, and hacking. When the game started, I was instantly hit with a sense of dread as it began to stutter and the visuals were not anything like what I had been shown for the past 9 years. Anyway, I pressed on. As I navigated from my sleek corpo office and into an aerodyne flying car, I started to get more excited. The neon and holographic ads of all kinds burst from the center of Night City, beckoning me to indulge in all the seedy adventure that the megalopolis has to offer. I quickly realized that I was actually playing on a 7-year-old machine, so I shouldn't expect amazing things when compared to a high-end PC or a new generation console. So I decided that I would forgive any low-resolution textures or missing advanced graphics features. But it was worse than that. Bugs and more bugs caused the game to feel unplayable, and random crashes were infuriating, to say the least. On top of that, when the game did work, textures were extremely low in some places and the level of detail loading was failing to kick in. This made the game world, people and vehicles look ridiculous, and then there was the speckled effect. No, I'm not talking about the game's film grain effect. There is a speckled glitch that kicks in whenever there is sunlight. A little research led me to find out that this is the screen space reflections effect that can be turned off on PC but has no such option on the console versions. For me, this effect started to ruin the game, so much so that I only went out at night. But in a strange way, this made my game better. Firstly, the game looks so amazing at night, and even on a standard PS4, the city is stunning, especially when it rains. The neo-noir, cyberpunk style of movies like Blade Runner and Strange Days really comes through when going around Night City after sunset. Sticking to the night theme, I decided to take advantage of the NCPD side jobs and clean up the streets. Donning police garb and jumping into a police car, I found myself completing the game's many NCPD subcon jobs and ridding the streets of organized crime and scum. Random crime events are also a feature of the game, so patrolling becomes a necessity and not just a role-playing gimmick. So, for now, my V is Night City's answer to Batwoman and RoboCop mixed into one. The game has received a couple of updates since release that has fixed some of the major bugs such as crashing, but the game has a long way to go. The game's developer, CD Projekt Red, has promised a substantial update sometime in late January or early February that will address all concerns. This includes the graphics and performance issues of last-gen consoles. On top of that, CDPR has also been talking about a free DLC already that will come early 2021. Some might think that they should fix the bugs first, and they should. But this is encouraging news because if they're already talking about DLC, this means that they are probably already close to resolving all pressing issues. Although Cyberpunk 2077 did have a shaky start, this game has so much to offer. The game is huge and the story, although I haven't played through much, is very compelling and the potential for expansion is almost limitless. Missing features such as the game's public transport, a third-person view and character customization will probably be added at some point later on. I urge you not to blame the game and disregard it just yet, as it was essentially released a year early and the decision to release the title after many delays already was probably an executive one. No game developer wants to release an unfinished product, but the politics of the industry demanded it. Cyberpunk 2077 has in no way reached its full potential yet, but it will if we just give it some time to become the game it is underneath the initial issues. If you want some sage advice from an older gamer, wait a little longer for the game's first real update, as I am confident it will make this title the way it should have been at launch. Cyberpunk 2077 is available now for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC.